have several community outreach efforts that touch people far beyond the church community, and we have representatives of some of them here today. One is from the Parents of Murdered Children chapter. Agnes Gibboney, representing parents of murdered children, just like to recognize people. Thank you for being here. And from the Foothill Family Shelter, the very distinguished president of the board, is that correct? Yes, Bracey.
Started out with 2 buildings with 8 apartments. We now have 27. So thank you for starting it, and thank Don and Kathleen Moore for their service. And thank you for letting it go and be able to grow. Thank you.
You also have 2 guests here today representing the Chaffey Community's Cultural Center and the Cooper Museum. It's a very special part of our St. Mark's history, as you all know, I'm sure. This is the new St. Mark's building we're in right now, built in the early 60s. The old St. Mark's building was moved up to 18th Street and serves now as a museum and cultural center. And we have Lola it's Dave Stevens, Lola and Dave Stevens from the Chaffey Community Cultural Center with a special presentation.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Dave Stevens. I'm president of the Chaffey Community Cultural Center and also the Cooper Museum downtown. And 100 years ago, when St. Mark's was first formed, they commissioned somebody to build a brand new building that was going to be your home. And it had a nice sign that announced St. Mark's Church on it. And in the 1960s, that was moved up to 18th Street when we inherited it, and along with the sign. And Lola, who is on our board also, has been working with members of your church. Lola's in charge of all the artifacts that we have at both locations. And she has an announcement she'd like to say to you.
And good morning. About a year ago, when I started working up at the 18th Street location and working with our chapel, that was your home, we started going through some of the items that were in storage and had been in storage since the fire that occurred up there in 1987. That fire, you may or may not know, did a lot of damage to the building. We recruited funds from the community and from the museums in Los Angeles, and the building was restored through a lot of work. On the front of the building was hanging that sign that had been the original sign of St. Mark's. And it had been slightly modified with a little insert that said museum on it. It was charred, but it was in great shape, it turns out. One of our other members, Darren Lane, actually spotted it and made the initial